what is the good counter we want to be focused? Yes, during for the good market seasons, that is the good counters, and then that is also the bad counter. Doesn't mean that every of the counter, 1,000 of counter, everyone can be going up. Only the majority of the counter can be going up. So what is the behavior we want to learn? Okay, so this one about the three is about my checklist. The main three of the checklist we need to go through before we making the judgment want to buy or not for the whole of the counters. Okay, so the first one, uptrending, of course. Why we want to aim for the uptrending? Because the counter is always like that. They can give you the higher opportunity to earn. Why? Because inside the Malaysia, we are unable to short for the markets. We are only can long for the market, which means actually we are in following for the uptrending channels. We have a higher of the opportunity to gaining for the profits. So this is all. Just aiming for the uptrending counter, which is currently the funding is inflowing, funding is improving, and then the last one is about the banker is increasing. Okay, especially for the recently, there is a lot of the market, the counter which is crashed, which is falling down hardly. There is not matching any of the behavior. Okay, so this one you want to know. For examples, I'm taking one of the example 4456. The next. Okay, so this one you can see from a chart, and then everything is you know that already. There is no any of the uptrending symptoms before the crash. You see this one. No matter how it's from the bankers, no matter how it's from the funding, no matter how it's from the trend, everything are inside the down. Okay, and then especially for the those one, they are inside the resistance zone. Okay, so this is not the counter that supposedly we want to participate at this moment. Okay, so you see after the growing up, wow, few days growing up, wow, 3 days going up, and then one day they crash again, another 8%. Okay, the falling down can be fast. The falling down can be fast. Okay, because this one overall the trend are inside the downtrending. So later on I will sharing you much more details. Oh, so yeah, so friends, right? If you have the PC kits, you see that it looks like smaller, right? I can double click and make it bigger. Okay, you can double click for the chart here and make it bigger. Okay. Okay, so for the next one, yeah, we want to go into the one by one. You want to identify the trend first, funding first, and then the next one is about the bankers. Okay, so the first one, we go into the trend analysis first. Okay, so from the trend, you need to remember there is the two types of the trend, which is the long-term trend and also the short-term trend. So actually inside our slogan, homily chart slogan, that is the long-term first. Do you want to identify that is the long-term is a healthy trend? So we are operate in the short-term state. Okay, so this is only can help you guys have a higher of the winning rate. Okay, inside the Chinese we call it 先长后短. Find the long term first and then the short term next. Okay. Okay, so this one now I want to introduce you actually using the indicator for this one, because actually previously why I don't want to use this one, because last time before the upgrading, before our PCK upgrading, they are unable to making a separate from the chart to the original chart and then together with this trend expert together. Okay, so now they managed to make it separate already. So that is why I want to use back for this indicator, because this is actually the indicators which is, I can say that more detailedly can be help you to analyze for the trend. Okay, so actually from here, yes, you can very easily to find out where is the zone, what status for these moments. For example, this one actually you can see actually only for the 4 colors, something like that, right? Line and candles, what is it, right? Okay, so actually at this moment you can know that this one, the candles first, we look into the candles first. There is the uptrending and also the downtrending. So the long term, there is also inside the one indicator, which is the line. Inside the green color is a downtrending, and then the purple color is uptrending. So this is actually I can say that more suitable for the current of the market. So actually the last previous of the few classes I'm mentioning are using the red white circles, right? Okay, so the red white circles, what is, and also the homily position, what is the difference with this one? Yes, that is also analyzed from the long term first, short term next. Okay, but they are unable to judge for the energy. So later on I will also judge to tell you. Okay, so you can from here we can find out for the energy. Yes, it's already turned much more slower or stronger. Okay, so for example, this one, the size move much more slower already. Move much more slower, and then the stock continuing flowing up, which means there is something need to be careful already. Okay, need to be careful already because the uptrending energies is turned much more weaker. This is for the short terms. Okay, so this is also the same one. If that is the green colors candles, yes, the bigger one turn into the much more slower one. Yes, it's the timing that you have to can get yourself to get ready already, because that is the rebounding symptoms. Okay, after the green color turn smaller, and then that is the red color turn much more bigger. So turn much more bigger every time at the below of the line is the technical rebounding opportunity. Of course, like if you already have a dark start of the counters, right? Because some of the people is already started quite a long time ago for this type of counters. Okay, so actually at this moment, if you already notice, yes, this is the price turn much more slower already. Okay, the trend downtrending energy is turned much more weaker. Okay, yes, that is the opportunity for the rebounding. Okay, that is the opportunity for the rebounding. Okay, so this one actually is to identify the trend energy for the short term. Of course, using these methods, you also can identify for the long term of the energy trend, which is according for the line here. Actually, you can see over here, right? There's a short dot line, right? Maybe some of the people, they not really look into for it, but actually, yes, I'm looking for it. How I'm looking for it? Yes, there is something like the virus. For the long-term virus, turn much more slower already, something like that. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so that is actually the first one. Okay, come out with this one, which means actually the long-term downtrending almost want to be happening already from here. Okay, right? So you can see something wrong already. So also the same one, if there is a bottom one, and then there is the turn into the first of the, hey, come into the purple colors already. Now, what does this mean? Which means actually they are uptrending for the long terms, the energy is come back slowly. Before the line turn into this one. Yes, that is the dot line will be changed first. So you can know that currently the long term there is energies come back already. Yes, almost want to help to push up for the stock price. Okay, so of course, when this is the line is already turned into the purple, which means that is already in the double confirm. Okay, in the double confirm, which means that is already want to welcoming for the big trend coming. Okay, so you can see actually from here, why this all this round are weak one, and then this round is a strong one. So because this one, the main of the trend line, the big trend is already turned into the purple line, which means that is the big rebounding. Okay, so this is also the same one. Okay, so this is all we can call it as what? Yes, correction periods. Turn into the short term, turn into the green colors, right? Yeah, because the red color candles turn into weaker already, and then correction a bit, and then they go up again. Okay, so this is all we're considering as the healthy correction periods, because all those line didn't broker for the support line. Okay, so just tell you guys, yes, now it's inside the correction periods. If you still haven't participated, don't participate on the time. Okay, you want to participate on the time. So yes, some people, they like to chasing high, right? You like to chasing high, you have to make sure yourself the trend here is not turn much more slower. You have to find the trend, the energy is growing. Okay, so that is the healthy or the entry point, but not entry somewhere nearing here, because actually uptrending energy is turn much more weaker already. Okay, so I hopefully you can understand. So this one actually I talk into much more details already. Okay, I talk into much more detail on the trend experts. So hopefully it can help you. Okay, so this one is the trend expert. Of course, during for the trend expert, this is the formula. Yes, you can print screen if you are the members, and then you can case study on it. Okay, when the days is inside the purple line with the red candle, yes, now are inside the healthy zone. Okay, so for example, over here. Okay, over here, purple color line with the red color candles, yes, it's a healthy zone. Okay, when the purple line turn into the green candle, yes, now it's considering the correction periods. Okay, so correction period can be the healthy, can become not the healthy one. So you have to double confirm always. Go into the correction periods. So if there is an energy turn much more bigger for the short term, and then it's something wrong. Okay, so you can see that the line, the dot line also changed much more faster already, which means the line also wants to almost change into the main trend line, almost want to change into the downtrending already. Okay, so the next one, which is the green line, and then also the red color candles. Green line with the red color candles, yes, over here. Okay, this is all considering the bottom cash zone. Okay, bottom cash zone. So I can say that if you are the people like to hunting for the bottom cash zone, this is all the parts you can try. But of course, the bottom cash actually there is a much more higher risk, right? Okay, so during for this one, you can do minimize for your funding, not to all in the bottom cash, right? So once this one, the bottom cash, yes, it's unsuccessful. Now, why it just cut loss or once turn into the green colors again? Okay, so this is actually the successful one. Wow, the green color line turn into the red color candle, and then they will change the line into the purple, and then they're moving up. So at least you can participate much more slower. Okay. So how to changing this one for the second windows, right? Yes. So Melissa, my old friend. Okay. So now I show you. Okay. So now we got another one is a trend expert sub. Okay. Trend expert sub. So actually from here, you can click. Yeah, they will come into the downside. Okay. So last time actually there was direction do something like this, right? So this is actually not the correct one. Okay, because actually from my habits, I like to using for the original candles again, because I know how to read about the candles, right? Okay, so hopefully can help you. Okay, so this one is the recently the new upgrade. So if you still haven't get things for this trend line sub, right? You can contact for our customer service. We can double check for your computer there. Is it already successfully upgrade? Okay, because actually the upgrade supposedly is the automatically run. Okay, so this one is the funding analysis. Yeah, so that is the key to moving the stock price. So this is actually under our consideration also. We want to know that why the stock can be up and then what is the stock can be down. So this one actually is the key you want to remember. Want to say that we don't want to judge everything from the price. We want to judge the healthy levels. It's not from the price, but it's from the trend. It's from the funding also. So this is only the root. Okay, so this one, always, I can say that, always make a line for yourself if you are using for the DE. Okay, if you are using for the DE, of course, if you have an advanced indicator which is using for the BBD, so you can ignore for these methods. So if you're only using for the DE, yes, you always find the zero line over here. So actually from here, also the same one, you can identify the funding in and also the funding out, and then also the energy funding in and out. Okay, so you can know that this is actually the line, the dot line also. Okay, the dot line at the below and also at the top there. What is the meaning? Okay, so this is actually the meaning of there is a meaning of the funding flowing speed. The directions. Okay, speed and direction, or the funding direction is the speed is from the bottom, so they'll push it up. So even sometimes the funding is already start to turn into the green color, but actually the speed at the bottom. So until here, the speed will be turned up faster. Okay. So that is the red colors, which means actually the fund is up, right? If the speed also at the bottom pushing it up, yeah, which means that is a stronger one. Okay. So if there is another round, the green color is down. Okay. So when the speed is also at the down, which means that is the speeding up to picking up the funding. Okay. So this one is about our way. Okay, so this is actually the way. Okay, so the next one. Okay, just now I got no mention for this one, right? After you self-drawing for the zero assets ready, right? Which means actually above for those line, right? You draw right above the positive value for the DE, which is currently is considering the strong funding. Okay, if that is the bottom, yes, also the funding in. But the funding in, you can see actually the stock price not moving much. Why? Because there is a weak funding. Okay, not enough to supply for the stock price up. But you see, once they're cutting up for the half rate, cutting up already, which means now the funding turned into the strong zone. So there is have a strong possibility to push it up for the stock price. Okay, so this is the way you can find the reason why the stock can up. Okay, so this is only a few of the case study. This is CFM. I'm using CFM recently for the hot counters to making for the explanations. Okay, so this one, always check also inside the mini charts. Okay, check also inside the mini chart. For examples, the mini charts can be help you to find out for the much more detail of the directions the funding is leaking up. For example, for the discounters, 2 hours can be falling down almost 30%. But is it they're giving you the signals? Yes, this is the signals inside the 30-minute charts. Okay, when the price at the same levels, okay, but you can see actually the funding is keep on leaking up. Which means actually something fishy. So this one we call it as a top deviations. Okay, especially for the stock, something like this, and then they're falling down. Okay, so this is something wrong. Also something like this. Yes, that is accumulation zone also. When the funding moving uptrend. Funding moving uptrend. So that is the opportunities. Okay. So this one is a collecting methods lah. So if you are noticed for your counters, it's already happening for the uptrending higher low. So this one we call it as a higher low, which means the bottom move much more higher already. Yes, it don't sell it anymore, which means there is an inside the correction zone. Okay. So this one, the next one, we will go into the banker analysis lah. Just now we talked about the funding. We talk about the funding and also the trends already. Now we want to talk into the bankers. We want to find out that who is the right person we want to follow actually at this moment. Yeah. Okay. So actually, it's a profit investor lah. So actually, no matter how on the business or the investing, you want to always following the right persons. Okay, even you go into the casino or whatever, you have to find out how is the finding for the higher of the win rate. Okay, you have to find the profit people at this moment. Okay, so this one is an indicator I always use. Trade follow the right persons at the bankers thing. Okay, so the bankers is the profit investor. Not to say that I have the big funding, so I can become a banker. Sorry, that is another story. Okay, so that is the retailer, which means this counters currently the losing of the opportunity is very high. So you're comparing, of course, you want to finding for the higher opportunity can become a winner, right? So you can have to find the high banker one. Of course, that is still until the peak already, and then you just only go inside. Which means actually, if there is already almost 90% of the bankers already inside, which means majority of the people is already getting the profits, there is also the opportunity can be happening for the profit taking. Okay, so this is actually also the situations that you have to know. Okay, so actually here you need to always analyze from the chart. So this one is the directions for the MA. Okay, if there is a MA moving down already, which means actually when especially for the price moving up, right? Price moving up, but the MA moving down. Okay, for this one is a purple line, moving down. Which means this is actually something wrong already. That is actually get ready and stand by, want to crash already the counters. Okay, so if your counters, there is something, a symptom like this, you have to be careful. Of course, if there is the bankers growing in, so this is also actually the opportunity, that is the growing up opportunities. Okay, so now we back into the one of the complicated question. A lot of people always asking me, hey, when I want to using MCD, when I want to using MCDx. So this is actually the patterns. Okay, for the MCD, that is actually required for the bigger of the funding only can then come up with the MCD, the banker chips or the red bar and everything. We need the bigger of the funding. Okay, so this one I can say that there is a lower of the sensitivity, but there is more stables. Okay, so that is not used into the something like we can call it as the normal of the stock counters lah. Okay, so we can use it into the daily chart, weekly chart, or even the monthly chart. Okay, so normally use the MCD. Okay, so the MCDx, yes, you only require it for the small funding, then they can become the profit investor already. So of course, that is the higher of the sensitivity, but I can say that that is not so stable. Maybe they will give you the false signals to entry too early. Okay, so this is normally we use into the blue chip counters, big capital counters, because there is also we need only the small capitals to identify the bankers. And then another one we use it into the index and also the sectors analysis. So also we can use it into the mini charts. Okay, this is the samples. So this one also the CFM. The CFM, if you are according to the MCD, yes, maybe your entry point is always like, or maybe here because you already noticed, the banker is already come in. So this is actually inside the 30-minute charts, inside the 30-minute charts. Okay, so you can see that actually, if you are using the MCDx, yes, this is much more earlier. They give you the symptoms. But of course, there is some of the small one. So this is also what we call it as the not so valid. Okay, so we comparing with these two. So you can see, they might give you the false signal if you are using this way. Okay, so the left-hand side over here, the left-hand side zone over here, yes, that means that they cannot give you the profit, but it's only can maybe give you the small profits. If you according for the 30-minute charts. Okay, if you according for the 30-minute chart, maybe you can wait until the MCD is already appear. There will be a much more solid of the entry point. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand. Okay, so sometimes we'll say that, hey, why the MCD no banker, but the MCDx got bankers? Because MCDx only using for the small funding. Everybody also can become a bankers. Okay. So sometimes you know that the small funding are unable to push out for the stock price very highly. Okay, so this is actually what is the difference. Okay, so now if you are according for the sectors, yes, this is more suitable, I can say that. Why? Because you see that actually the sectors here, MCDx is already appearing. This one is one of the good wave going up, right? But as MCD is still sleeping. MCDx, yes, it's already at here. Yeah, it's already come up. So at here you can get another of the wave lah. Okay, so this one is in the index. So you can see index is much more suitable to using the MCDx. So you see for this wave you can get in the profits. But MCD maybe you can say that no banker, I sleep first. Okay, no banker yet. Okay, so this is how we comparing with these two. Okay, I hopefully you guys know. So you have to know that now you want to analyze for the index sector or the individual counters, or you want to analyze from the big counters, something like the, for example, at this moment we can talk at the big counters like the Maybank. Okay, we comparing. Maybe daily chart you can use. Hey, looks like no bankers, right? So actually at this moment, what you need to do, check the MCDx. Okay, check the MCDx. Big counter, big funding. Okay, okay, so you can see actually from here, this wave you can earn, this wave you can earn, this wave you also can earn. Of course, actually until the MCD is already come out from here, there is a higher momentums. Okay, higher momentums, which means actually the real big funding is already coming. Of course, this is also another of the technique I'm telling you, which is the price breaking for the new high. But you can see that funding moving down, banker also moving down, which means something fishy already, want to go down already. So this is always monitoring from the chart, the trend. Not only looking for the percentage. Now it's still got 50% above enough already, so I still keep. You want to monitoring the movement for the purple color line. Purple color line moved down already, which means the price moving up. For this zone, I can say that this zone, this breaking up zone, yes, it's a fake breakup. Not to say the fake breakup, it's a real breakup because the price is already stand above. But this is not solid. Okay, because they're only using for the small bankers to pushing up, or the small funding to push it up. I can say that this is can be said that there is the less buyer at the top price there. So that's why they cannot stand stronger. If there is a lot of the people standing here, this is still inside the uptrending here. Yes, uptrending here. So this is have a higher possibility to move up much more higher. Okay, so this is actually the way how to analyze from the details here. Okay. So hopefully you guys can understand how do we forecasting for the December markets. A lot of people asking me. I can say that actually December markets, this is a result. We referring for the past 10 years again. That is actually the 9 years is the up one. Okay, so that's why I always mention to you guys, yes, get ready for your bullet. Don't to start inside. Don't to say that I still want to waiting my big losses counter to recover already. So actually at this moment, not to wait until to recover, not to wait until the stock you start to recover, but this is the moment to chasing the profits. Okay, how to chasing for the profit? Yes, I can say that for those weak counters, you imagine for yourself, if there is no any of the behavior, your counter on hand you're holding, you have no any of this behavior, you're still hoping that can be making you to recover from your bid. Okay, yes, I can say that maybe during the big market season, your counter maybe can be like something like this. They got the chance to rebounding. Okay, but it's rebounding only. From here to here, maybe I can say that I can up about I can sell another 15% higher price from the current price. But if you are riding for the good price, if you are riding for the good market, good counters, at this moment, yes, you already ended here until here. Maybe it's already giving you the 30% profits. So you judge yourself, which is you want. So understand or not? You wait for the weak counter to recover. The percentage there is much more slower and weaker comparing with the counter you are currently moved into your current funding into the right basket. I can say that yes, you are holding for the basket. Now your basket is already with a hole. I can say that don't put all the egg into the one basket, right? Yes. But your basket you're holding now is already have something wrong. If you already putting your egg into for the right of the basket, yes, you can see a difference of the ROI. Yes, I can say that. And both of the situations, Yes, your balance is about maybe 10,000 ringgit. I got 10,000 ringgit. Imagine for yourself, is it you still want to put into the left hand trade or the right hand trade? Which can generate you the bigger or the funding? The left hand one maybe can give you the 1,500 ringgit profit, but the right hand side, yes, that is the 3,000 ringgit. So this is what we want. You want to imagine. So this is the balance of the asset I have. I put into here. Yes, I can put into here. Because there is also a lot of people say that never mind, I recover for my losses a little bit. But if you move from the wrong place to the right place, the ROI definitely there is a much more bigger, faster. Okay, so this is actually about the mindset. I always say that don't cheat yourself. The paper losses is already confirmed. It's already confirmed your losses. Okay, it's already confirmed it's your losses. You take it out. You take your balance for the egg for the big hole or the basket. You put it into the strong basket. Wow, solid basket, nice basket. The egg is already come up with the chicken. The chicken is already making more egg for you. Okay, so you understand. So hopefully you can understand. So I'm making for a lot of the story over here, right? Okay, so this one is the sector index. So December markets, yeah. So December market is a good month to getting the profits ready. Okay, so judge yourself, take your current asset, find your current asset, put it what is the suitable of the basket. Not to say that every of the basket, the markets there I can say that it's got more than 1,000 of the counters. Okay, one of counter is a good one. Yes, finding for the right behavior counters. Okay, so this one is about the November markets. So now we want to go into the homily chart to watch the markets. So before we go, maybe we can check it directly from here. Okay, so hopefully all my explanation just now all is clear and clean and then simple, and then hopefully you guys can be understand fully on it. Okay, so actually from here, I add on another of the indicators together because I still got the 20 minutes of the time. So actually, I think that today I'm talking quite fast already. Okay, I'm talking quite fast. So actually, I want to let you guys know another of the indicator, which is the homily rainbow. Okay, homily rainbow actually from here is one of the the patterns I always using which is currently to identify the average cost for the difference term of the current holder. Okay, so for example, the red color line is the short term of the cost holder. The mid term and the blue and the yellow. The blue is the mid long term and the yellow is the mid short term, and then the white color is the short term thing. Long term, sorry, the cost. So the cost here are acting as the one of the very strong of the support and also the resistance. Okay, so that's why just now I mentioned about the KLSE, right? Okay, I mentioned about the KLSE. Why the KLSE adhere with the profit taking zone? Okay, because there is a resistance. Because there is the resistance. There is already considering far away from the support line. Short-term cost, sorry, not the support line. Short-term cost. And then that is already back into the cost for the long-term holder. So that is the double of the profit taking zone. You understand? Okay, why I mentioned again. The short-term people until this zone, yes, they're already starting to look at the profits. Or maybe 10%, 20% enough already. Someone is a long holiday, so I get out first. So this is the first of the selling point. Okay, the second selling point, it finally is back to my cost already. I stuck almost a few years already for this time. Okay, so you can see that actually inside the white color line here, I can say that, yes, maybe they start from here. Since August until now, they start about four months already. Wow, finally back into my cost already, so I sell out. Okay, so this is actually about the behavior for the majority of the traders. Okay, how to say that? Wow, I buy at the $1, falling down until 50 cents, 40 cents, I didn't sell it. Okay, so at the last year, wow, finally back into my cost already. Of course, I run away and very fast one. So this is a double selling pressure over here. Okay, so of course, if you want to have a more the healthy of the trend to trade it, yes, that is the better of the situation, something like this. This is the nice of the arrangement with the red at the top. Wow, so this you can move up much more stronger, you can see. Okay, because all the people at this moment, their cost is at the low one. So keep on pushing up, push up. So this is less selling power, less selling of the pressure. For example, at this zone, or only for the short term, they were taking a profit, something like that. Okay, so there is no any of the double of the profit taking. Even some of the candles maybe stood up something like here already. Remember, If you already the candle, for example, that day they stand above for this of the white color line, doesn't mean that that is a successfully breakup for the resistance. I mentioned again, that is not considering a successfully breakup for the resistance. There is cannot taking for this white color line as a support line. You still need to refer it for the red colors here as a support line. Why? Because this one is a short-term people. So only you can say that yes, the long term is already starting to get the profit. So of course, I already start for the long time. So actually at this moment is also my profit taking zone already. Okay, so I'm taking one of the example as my EG. I already saw it. Why? So this is actually the examples. Okay. So you can see or not? Very clear to tell you. Wow, I stand above here already. So you see, they can be falling down again. Because they is back into the support line for the red color here. Okay. So this is to be clear for you. Okay, so this one sometimes a breakup for the white line. Okay, so Theo is mentioning about the short term the breakup, right? If you want to making a successfully breakup, I can say that is the red color line the breakup for the yellow and the white color line is much more healthier. For example, something like this. Not this one. Okay. Okay, so for example, this zone. Okay, there is the red color stand up above with the white color line. Yes, that is a much more healthier growth. This is only considering for my breakup. Okay, because the short-term cost is already breakup for the long-term cost. So that is close, and then this is we can consider it as the dark horse bond. So this is actually the way. Okay, so you see, once they back, they will back into the below one, the support, and then they will have a giant, they will move out again. Okay, so you still have some of the question you can directly ask over here. Okay, so I can go through with you one by one. Yeah. So later on, I will, if I have the time, I will analyze for the one of the counters. So we look into the big picture first. We look into the big picture first, which is currently for the index, everything's so this one is the index. So even inside the weekly chart, yes, I can say that yes, it's already inside the resistance zone. Okay, so is it this one the resistance that can be successfully break up and then we want to monitor again, Okay, because why? Because actually inside the weekly chart, that is still inside the green color line. As I mentioned now, is still considering as the bottom cash only inside the long terms. So actually for me, the long term actually is not to enter at this moment yet. Okay, so need to monitoring for the next few days. Is this still able to stand on the support line, red color line? So if there is something like this, so you can see it cannot stand above already, and then they will U-turn already. Because also the same situations from here, they touch the white color line, U-turn, going out again, cannot break, falling down. That is also another of the situations. Maybe that it will become a GE14. GE14, that is also the only 1 week or 2 weeks of the rebounding only. After that, also coming for the few weeks of the technical falling. Okay. So now we want to back into the individual for the sectors. So actually for today, I'm not going too much on the Hang Seng Index or the US market. We go into directly for the directly go into the sectors. So actually I can say that the last Thursday, the pulling up, the majority of the counters is already hit the resistance. So definitely there is necessary go into the rest zone. So of course, when there is already the hot cake, that is already very hot, already goreng the potato, don't eat it directly, very hot. Okay, so we let it cool down first, only we go and consider. Okay, what is the difference with the TE and the TE stop? TE is directly to change into the candle into the TE. TE stop is I still can see for the original candles. Because actually, if you already see the original candles here, remember, Homily rainbows cannot just the TE, cannot just the TE candles. The Homily rainbow is just the normal candles. So you don't mix together with the TE and also the Homily rainbow. So that totally that is the messed up already. You have to separate with these two much more better. Okay. So this is actually the resistance here. So for the constructions, so actually a lot they need to rest. Even the technologies. Okay. Why I can say that actually the technology is considering the good sector we can aim at this moment. Because actually I can notice this is the fifth wave for the funding. what I can say that first, second corrections, third going up again, fourth going up already, fifth is going up again. Okay, so you can see actually for the last Friday's the corrections, right? Last Friday corrections, there is no impact on the very seriously on the sizes, which means actually the uptrending, the energy, the funding flowing energy is still there. Okay, so if there is the red color candle, so normally we don't judge from the price. The price is only to help you to judge when the entry point is it still healthy or not. So you just make sure yourself you're finding somewhere else near the support line. Don't near the resistance line to enter. So that's all. But if you want to judge is it still healthy or not, you judge from the we can call it as the funding and also the TE. Okay, the trend and also the funding direction is it impact already become much more slower. If you already notice, wow, this turn much more slower already, I need only be careful, only need to aware of it. Okay, so this one is for the technologies. Okay, so this one is for the read. So majority, I can say that they hit the resistance already, even the energies. Okay, energy, they hit for the resistance, but actually, I can say that actually they hit the resistance is from here, the previous high. Okay, the previous high. So remember, always double check always the previous high. If there is a previous high, there is also considering one of the heavy resistance. Okay, so overall, yeah, this one also with the banker MCDs already. So there is a more stronger of the pushing up. Okay, so the next one, healthcare. Yeah, maybe some of the friends is still asking a lot of healthcare, right? But remember, healthcare actually is one of the sectors have to be careful because there is a deviation situations already for the funding. Okay, when this one, the funding is already start to turn into the down staircase. Okay, which means there is weak already. Of course, now it's trying to making up again. Okay, try to making up again. So you need to monitor this round, the moving up. Is it can be stand above with this previous high? If there is yes, they still got a chance to move up much more higher. For example, over here, yes, they still got a chance to move up much more higher. Or else is there is already moved into the down staircase, which means actually the funding also want to lead these sectors into the downtrends already. Because why? Actually, I noticed some of the small counters, right, inside the healthcare sectors is also the same. They hit the resistance, even the top graphs, K plus or whatever. Okay, you can double check always for your counters. Okay, so this one is also telco, telecommunications. So now it's also hit the resistance. So overall, it's still same, still healthy. So remember, 1 day of the movement doesn't mean that they can be changed for the whole of the trend. Okay, 1 day movement cannot change all the trends because actually there is the, for example, there is the big green candle for the big 3 candles already, and then only falling down for the one of the red candles 1 day correction, and then actually overall the trend is still up. Okay, so this is what we want to mention. Okay. So this one is the other transportation. So now it's also the same one hit the resistance already. So now it's considering the bottom cash zone. So now the MCDx also come out with the bankers. If that is able to sustain, I can say that actually this one can be moved up much more higher. Okay, now we want to monitor for the trend. Okay, so utilities also the same one, they hit the resistance. Yeah. So the consumer also the same. So majority they hit the resistance, and then some more. This is far away to the support line. They need to corrections. So this one, the financial, you can see that is hit the resistance too. Okay, from the previous high. So this is the zone you need to be careful also. If you already missed out for the right entry point, we wait for the next one. The market opportunity is forever. Don't need to be said that I confirm want to come into for this round. Okay, so this one is for the industrial. Also the same one. Support line is quite far away. Okay, so properties and also the plantation. Plantation is one of the counter currently I looking not so good. Okay, funding also downtrend. The trend for the long term and also the short term is also inside the green colors. So the bankers, even MCDx, you can see that looks like no energy. So this is actually why the resistance over here, they're still down. Okay. Construction, so it's finished already for the analysis for the sectors. Some more hit resistance, like you say, DC. So we hit a lot of the hit resistance, so that go rest first. So for this round, we said that when there is already going too much already for the 1 day already shooting out for the 58 point. So now is the point, is the timing that is we need to monitoring the next directions, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day of the direction. Is it that is able to stand into the support line? If that is unable to stand and then to breaking for the support line, yes, this moment you have to be careful. Okay, this moment you have to be careful. So don't to say that, wow, have to all in always. You have to keep your eyes always closely on the markets. Not to say that we as the investor, we as the trader, we have to fully paying our responsibilities on our tradings. Okay, put our eyes at least one day, one time. Is it still healthy or not for individual on the counters and overall of the markets? Okay, so now we have the sum of the time, about 5 minutes. Okay, we have a 5 minutes, so I help you guys to analyze for your counters at this moment. So you can type at the comment box here. So one people want, so we will check for your counters. So one people want only. I see which one we can take it as a case study. Okay, so we go into the Vivian first, CYL. Just now you mentioned already, right? CYL 7157 CYL. So is it still got a chance to move up as more higher? Wow, this one actually is a good counters. So Vivian, you actually aiming for the right counters, right stock, because there is the bankers. Everything is also moving up. Okay, everything also moving healthy. So actually at this moment, what you need to do is to always, when there is already breaking for the new high, what you need to do is to always check into the details, 30-minute charts. There is still the healthy one. Okay, so now I can say that in the short term, there is inside the correction periods. Short terms are inside the correction periods. Okay, so actually at this moment, what you need to see is to, can be stand above with the support line. Yeah, can be stand on the green color line, and then there is no any of the top deviations over here, because this is actually still inside the green color candles, right? Okay, green color candle for the funding, so the funding is still down for the short terms. Okay, so there is actually, if there is broken for this previous low, so you have to be careful inside the 30-minute charts. Okay, so if no, there is moving up again, stand on the line and then moving up, there is a higher opportunity can be moved up some more. Okay, so for so some of the counter I think just now this morning I got check another counter, something like that. Why this type of the counter they're shooting up already, that is not solid, and then they were falling down, and then a lot of people will be making the losses. Okay, because inside the 30-minute chart, when this one, the breaking for the new high zone, okay, there is the deviation zone. Okay, so this is actually, it can be sustained. You just referring over here, you know it already. When the bankers leaving, okay, when the bankers leaving, okay, when the bankers inside for the downtrendings. Okay, when this one is the same price, right? This one is the new breaking for the new high. C-scope, this one is C-scope. Breaking for the new high, but you can see, funding down, the banker down, and then you can know that there is something wrong. Okay, so there is something wrong. When this one is already confirmed, change into this one, the purple color, green color line. Yes, this moment you have to be careful already and try to get yourself escape from it. Okay, so this is actually the way. Okay, so we back into some of the counters again. Yeah. KGB Clinton for the Steven. Okay, so Clinton, yes, a lot of people always say that, wow, breaking for the new high already, right? A lot of people say that, wow, breaking for the 52-week new high and then had to buy. Okay, so as I always mention, always double check always the volume. If there is already the shooting up of the volume, when there is already suddenly shoot up for the volume, yes, this is the moment you will be late, don't chase up anymore. Even this is the breakup. Okay, even this is a breakup, and then what some more, if there is a breakup, which means that is already far away to the support. Yes, you already late comparing with the other traders. Okay, so you can actually always notice there is the breaking out for the volume already. This is actually not the first time already. Like you see, the last time we'll do the same one. Okay, when this one the spike up for the volume, yes, corrections. Spike up the volume, yes, there is need to go into correction zone already. Okay, which means there is the, you need to enter, you find the right enter point near the support line, and then there is not the big volume coming in. Okay, so now it's still considering healthy because inside the 30-minute chart, yes, there is the MCDx bankers. Okay, but then this is actually this one have to be careful. This one, the level don't break for the 30-minute charts. Okay, always find your zero axis. Okay, it's over here. And then this one is still okay because it's still inside the purple color line. Because one that is changed into the green color line inside the 30-minute charts, which means currently, yes, something wrong already. You need to be careful. Okay, so this one, the KGB, Kok Hong, and then this one, the 0038, Actronics. Actronics, yes, this one I'm considering, yes, it looks like a volume a bit. So this looks like want to going up, right? Okay, so always check into the details. Is it got the chance or not? Always check inside the details. Okay, so this one is the methods, Analyze from the daily chart first. Daily chart is healthy. Daily chart healthy, only we go into the period charts. For example, 30-minute charts. Well, if there is still the healthy, so if you want to try, I can say that definitely can try. Okay, definitely can try. Unless while breaking for the new high and then this one all the way around moving for the down already, which means that is a more the risky one. You have to be careful. Okay, so but then this one actually Atronic looking is still nice still nice overall, when the time you buy, always set up for your cut loss point. For example, when you break up for wherever the price, you have to get up. So this one is the habits we always want to make sure. Okay, don't do say that. Hey, currently I taking this one, the red color line as my support line. Broke already, and I find the yellow color line, I find the blue color, I find the white color line as my next support. So this is actually the way you check yourself. You're cheating yourself. Okay, so once there is already broken there, your support line get lost. Get lost. Okay, so this one is about the LGMS. Okay, so LGMS overall from the daily chart, we also notice everything is also considering healthy lah. Okay, but then you did this one will work. Then overall is healthy, but then we go into the 30-minute charts always. Okay, 30-minute charts. Okay, so this one is now stuck inside the support line. It's stuck inside the support line. And then I can say that actually not so nice because this one, the 30-minute chart is already changed into the green color line. Okay, so this is actually the way more easier comparing with the last time we are just using for the red white circles. Just using for the red white circles, we are unable to judge for the how we can say that for the energy. Is it the energy is turn much more stronger for the short term or turn much more weaker? Okay, well, BV is here. Okay, so I check for your HSI Hang Seng Index. Okay, so the Hang Seng Index actually now the funding is moving down. Okay, funding is moving down. Okay, so now overall the trend is still up. Okay, the big trend is still up because this one is considering the purple color line. But at the short term of the 30-minute charts, okay, so now it's considering rest at the support line here. Okay, the blue support line here. So if there is no broken for the support line, yes, there is still got a chance. But I want to tell you, this is now the profit taking symptoms. Okay, you see last time at the here, yes, at here at the same levels. I can see this one. This is actually the first selling point for me because this one is turned into the green color line already, right? Green color line already, right? Why? Because this one the banker down, and then this one the funding also down. So which is actually you can call that in the detail, you can reveal it up more detailed things. Okay, so this one, the daily chart, we are considering read from the big pictures, but from the details, you can see actually the more details movement, what is the thing happening already. Okay, so we back into the HSI, must still 5098. Okay, must still is 1 day rebounding. So now actually you see that is already falling down 3 days. Okay, 3 days big falling down already. Actually the energy for the falling down is still there. Okay, energy of the falling down is still there, but I can say that last Friday is the very nice or the buy point because they is near into support line with the green color candles. But if we are looking for the day 30-minute charts, you see there is the support line. So that's why I said that if there is new the support line, you want to try it, always you can try. Okay, 30-minute charts, everything is healthy. You can see or not? Okay, everything is healthy. Okay, so this one I can say that if the daily chart, you need to only monitoring the daily chart. Okay, only one of the situation at this moment is still not so healthy. Okay, inside here, for example, at this moment I buy it already. I have to make sure myself it didn't broken for the this line. Yes, I don't need to sell. Okay, don't to say that I break here already and then I find here. Once I break here already and find here, sorry, this is cheat yourself. Okay, so you just make sure yourself you know that how to find the support line. For example, here is about 385, 387, something like that. Okay, so for this zone now, you can take this one as your support line and then you want to participate. Yes, you can participate and then you have to make it as your cut loss point. Once broken and then you get out. Okay, so 598, this one is the, what is the 598? Her limb, I mean it's the 5098 is the Mastio. So now it's about Tenko. Okay, so Tenko overall, I can say that, okay, still healthy, everything uptrend, right? Okay, everything uptrend. Banker is everything still okay in the daily chart there. Okay, so from the 30-minute charts, yeah, with the support line, everything healthy. So this is what the right counter we want to aim. Okay, so just to find the right timings when you want to go inside and then you'll find your support and support zone. It didn't broken for your support zone, which means that it still got energy that we move up some more. Okay, so now I can say that still risky because it's written into the grid. Okay, because I noticed, because I got monitored this counter also, I know that this is inside the warning zone. Okay, so for the holiday member, you supposedly know this one is the warning zone, sir. Which means currently you already missed out for the entry point. Now it's considering the holding positions. Yeah, this is something we can call it like the overbought also lah. Okay, overbought already, which means now you enter is considering too late. Too much of the people buy already before this. UEMs are right, yeah. So for this one for Alvin. So this one is right. The counters, like you see, hit the resistance, broke up already. You see, now it's need to back into the support line. So far away to support line. Okay, UEMS. So normally you will see, wow, a lot of people say that, wow, break up already this one, and then this one is a buying point. So this one actually I can say that very risky lah. Okay. Okay, because if you see inside the 30-minute chart, yeah, now it's considering the correction zone. Correction zone, so you need to monitoring if this one will be turn into the red colors again. If they is able to turn into the red color candles again, yes, they still got chance. Or else, which means they is turn into the green color line, and then they were heading for the downtrend some more. Okay, so I think this all the counters. Next one, 0253 in 4 line. Okay, in 4 line, I think it's about also considering a good counters lah. Okay, but then actually this is the top deviations. I need to be careful lah. And then you see this one, the bankers is turn into the downtrendings in 4 line. Okay, banker line is a detail here that turn into the downtrendings at the same levels. But you can see the funding actually the difference from here and here. Okay, so this is heading for the down. Okay, so and 0028 scope. Scope I think is the far away to support. I think it's something red also lah. We're also considering something red already. Okay, so we have to be careful lah. So Thursday is also the one of the big volume counters already. You see, after the big volume counter, every time they will need corrections lah. You see, this one also the same. Big volume every time spike up already is the timing actually not to buy lah. Spike up already not to buy, and then you will wait the volume cool down first. Only we consider. Okay, so I think quite much maybe the time is also reached already. So I think my stock analysis section is until here. So of course, at this moment, if you still have some of the counter, we need help you to check. You can directly looking for me if you know me. So if you don't know me, you can ask for the teacher who I invite you come into today. So actually, we are also using the same analysis method. So hopefully, you can be using for the right way. What you need to learn actually is the way to analysis. So you can analyze for yourself for the next time. Much more easier, right? Even for the midnight, you want to try it, also can. Okay, so very thank you for you guys to always supporting our homily chat and then to learning that. Okay, so this is actually what the issue always facing for the current of the traders. Remember, put it in your notes. Don't do put it over here already. Okay. For example, you always set up for your TP lah. This one I want to explain a bit. Okay, don't to set your TP lah. Okay, if that is still healthy, you just keep it up. Don't limit down for your profits. Remember, the stock market will not following your current profit and losses to just the next directions. Okay, not to say that I have to sell at this point. So normally you sell already, I can say that it's still healthy, they will go up again. Okay, so just to monitoring from time to time, is it still healthy or not? Okay, so in the next time you make sure you have your own trading plan. Okay, so if you don't set up for your cut loss point and also support line, yes, this moment you have to learn how to set up it. Okay, so at the last one, don't be formal, and then also like the same one, don't see money, take money lah. This one is a gambling mindset. Gambling mindset, we have to throw it away. We come into the stock market is to come into the learning, and then we come into the investing. We have to put it into the investing mindset. Okay, so of course, maybe there is still a new friend over here and they haven't become become our members, right? So of course, if you are interested to become our member, you can learn much more solid things from us lah. So this is actually for our membership. We do a half-year membership and also the lifetime membership. Of course, actually for this month end, we are giving some of the special promotions to you. So if you are interested to join our members directly, contact to our customers, the teachers who I invite you come into the classes today. So because this one, the promotion slot is the only very limited slot, only 2 or 3 left. So of course, if you want, you have to act in fast. To know more, directly contact for the teacher who I invite you come into the classes today. Okay, so this is all my sharing for me by today. So very wish you guys also have a very wonderful trading day onward. Also happy holiday for tomorrow lah. So I see you again by next time. Okay, well, community chat also here. Okay, wish you guys have a very wonderful day. So have a happy holiday for tomorrow also lah. So we see you again next time. Bye.